Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow schoolmates. My name is Aiyana, and today I want to highlight a very serious global issue, which is oil spills. This topic is important to me because many creatures, plants, and organisms in the world's ocean are dying due to oil pollution. This in turn affects us and the planet we live on. Do you know how many oil spills there have been in the past 5 years? There have been 36 spills, which is about 26,000 tons of oil lost in our oceans. Oil companies send a lot of oil around the world in very big ships called oil tankers. There is also a great deal of oil drilled from under the seabed using massive platforms. Most of them are known as oil rigs. Oil is also transported using long pipelines. Most oil spills occur because of accidents, carelessness, or a lack of maintenance involving oil tankers, rigs, and pipelines. Sometimes oil tankers crash into other boats, and occasionally they hit objects like icebergs, or they run aground. Oil rigs sometimes catch fire, or they are damaged by very bad weather. When such accidents, they result in tens and thousands of gallons of oil being spilt into our ocean, killing ocean animals and endangering people too. When an oil spill happens, oil floats on top of the water, cutting off sunlight to ocean plants like kelp, and also cutting off the supply of oxygen to ocean organisms. Oil companies have not always been very good at preventing oil spills. Now, I would like to speak about a few examples of oil spills, share what caused them, and look at the terrible damage they have done to our oceans and on land. One very serious oil spill that resulted of carelessness was the Exxon Valdez oil spill, which happened on March 24th, 1989. The Exxon Valdez was an oil tanker. On the day of the disaster, the captain was tired, so he left his crew in charge of the ship. The ship had a satellite navigation and equipment that could have spotted coral reefs, and that had been broken for a very long time, and they had not been repaired. The boat ran into a coral reef, and oil leaked out. The effects were terrible and impacted a significant number of marine life. Perhaps the greatest oil spill disaster happened in the Gulf of Mexico on April 20th, 2010, on an oil platform owned by the British Petroleum. The platform was called the Deepwater Horizon. It was built to get oil deep within the earth. In this incident, a fire broke out on the rig, and oil started to spurt out into the water. This caused a massive and far-reaching ecological damage. We are still seeing the effects today. Just 2 weeks ago, on May 19th, a leak in an oil pipeline in the Santa Barbara, California in the USA, it spilled an estimated of 30,000 gallons of oil into the Santa Barbara Channel, also known as the Galapagos of the North. For its ecological richness and diversity, the channel offers habitats to porpoises, dolphins, and seals and sea lions, in addition to serving a migratory passage for the blue and the humpback whales and a big range of birds. But the event that impacted me the most was much closer to Hong Kong. On December 9 last year, a cargo ship crashed into an oil tanker. The tanker sank, pouring out oil into the Sundarbans and the lost habitat of the Royal Bengal tiger and the rare species of dolphins and turtles. This is when I became interested in oil spills. I started working with an engineer named Cesar Harada to invent and build machines that sense oil in the water and tell what type of oil it is. We sent our work to scientists in Bangladesh who were trying desperately to clean up the affected area. I was shocked to learn that Bangladesh's poor people were trying to clean up the the spilt oil with their bare hands and buckets because it was affecting the areas where they lived and they had nothing else to use. In other parts of the oceans, fishermen are using boats with nets dragged behind them to catch the spilt oil. I wondered how I can help as an 11-year-old. Like many of you, I'm a kid. I can't make companies transport oil more safely. Instead, an immediate option is for me to ask my parents to donate money to charities helping people clean up oil spills, which I did. So can you. If you agree that with a global issue like oil spills, every little bit helps. Far more importantly, I enjoyed working with my teacher Cesar and his company Prote because they invented technologies that can measure and clean up other forms of pollution, including radiation and plastic pollution. Why am I telling you this? I believe that smart people like us can make a difference with a global issue like this. We can become more aware of a problem and we can start thinking of solutions. I learned many lessons from Cesar. Most important of all, ideas, no matter how wild they seem, can still make a difference. Ideas shared openly with people around the world collaborating to solve the same problems can become reality to change the world. Today, I would like to invite you all to tell your friends and families about the dangers of oil spills. And to those of you who might have ideas about cleaning up oil spills, I would like to extend that invitation to share your ideas with us and join the community of people who are working to make a difference. I would like to leave you with a final thought. Spread the word, not the oil. Thank you for your time.